searching the dark side of the mountain. Through my bones and hair and blood, words rise and cold snatched from my mouth to sink them into the cold black mud.
A 4.
A 4. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna fucking roll. Let's do it.
If I can see
you take 2
Evangeline,
points of damage from all the fallen stuff.
Fuck.
Plates, cups, knives, whatever falls out. What'd you roll?
5.
All right. You take 2 points of damage also as all this stuff falls out of everything.
At least I've got armor.
I'll burn an experience for one of the rolls if it's better for William to avoid damage at this point.
It'll be okay.
All right.
It'll be okay.
The darkness still holds in that area, though, so it does not free up anybody's sight.
Exactly. You won't be able to see me.
Evangeline, you are near the edge of that. Do you want to continue sliding into the room, or would you like to attempt to not slide into the room more?
I would prefer to not fall into my doom into the blackness of the pit. That would be preferable.
Can you make me a speed check and see if you can grab the crevasse being made through the middle of the home?
And how? A 15.
So it goes, things fall on you, but you fall and get your hands into some cracks of the wood, and you keep from sliding down. William, you have slid down to the end of the room, and you can't see, but you feel a hand find you. I got you, and you feel someone grab your arm.
Yeah, and I've got you. And I do have a thing called Wilderness Explorer. I know it's very specific to wilderness.
Okay.
But part of my fighting in darkness would be something you would do in the wilderness. Is there something like I'm happy to also burn something from my pool. I'll read it so that way you have a better idea. While taking any action, including fighting, in the natural world, you ignore any penalties due to natural causes, such as tall grass, thick brush, rugged terrain, weather, and so on. And so, technically, darkness would be a thing within that.
I would not give it
but
to
we're
you
also inside
for
a
the
house.
darkness, but I would give it because you actually have a new additional negative from all the junk all over the floor that you are now, what is actually the side of the house.
Yeah.
So you would have been actually at -3 at this point. So now you would be back to only -2.
Which is, what am I trying to hit here?
15. Above a 15. You need a 16.
Okay.
Although
I've
no, it would cancel each other out. You were both in the same position.
I was gonna say I have 2 edge in mutt, and
You
I'll
can
burn
use
an
your
effort because this motherfucker needs to go down now. So we're burning an effort.
Okay.
To help to lower that
All
a
right.
little bit more. Please roll well, for the love of God. That's a 10.
You roll above a 7. That's what you needed with all those minuses you gave him. And you feel your axe find a fleshy piece
He takes
meat.
4 points of damage with the hatchet.
All right.
And he took, earlier from me, he took 2 points of intellect and 2 points of might.
Yep. Oh, you found me with your axe. I felt that one. And you feel his hand let go. You'll pay for that
And I
one,
think
though.
just like kind of with my boot, just kind of push him back a little bit.
Okay. And he is going to get his attack in on you. Oh, I don't roll it. You roll it.
I was gonna say he is also just as hindered as I am.
Yep. He need.
What do I need to get?
Those minuses, he would need. You would need above a 9, so a 10 or better.
Okay, and I've got an
You can
edge
roll
and
it.
speed.
So, all right. So above a
That'll
12,
take
he
it.
needs a 13. Or above a 6, I mean, you need a 7 or more.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm burning XP because that was a 5.
Okay, roll it again. You're gonna
And that's
get it.
going elsewhere, because fuck that. I'm running out of dice, y'all. That's a 13.
You feel the pin come down right next to your head, and it clangs into a bunch of knives and forks and cups and stuff, and it is so close you feel it against your ear. I almost got you. I'm gonna get you. Back in the other
What is
room,
wrong
what are
with
y'all
you?
doing? Huh?
What is wrong with you?
Back in the
I
other
want
room,
to
you
examine
see-
Annie's mom.
You see the house
Yeah.
split a bit. You know, it tears, and you see the sky open up, and some things fall from the ceiling, like shingles from the roof or whatever, and stuff falls in.
A broken home is Annie and I's preferred terrain, actually, so we should do pretty well.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna look at her mom and the jar while I'm assuming Annie's gun's up, kind of watching our little fort we've built.
So
Yeah.
the hand, it is merging into the hand of Annie's mother. It is a very vile looking thing that's happening here, where its flesh is becoming the flesh of her, and it is kind of replacing the hand that was her older hand, and that hand looks more youthful. And as it's doing it, it is getting the energy to grow quickly, and it is reaching up the arm further, and it gets
would
to
like
a
to-
full shoulder.
Understand the motivation of Barbara right now. I picked this skill to ride it like I stole it tonight. I know. I'm sorry.
You will have to
Scott.
definitely make a roll for that.
Yes. All right. If intellect,
So-
I have an edge. I'm willing to spend an effort. I'll spend 1 effort already to lower it by 2.
All right, you need to roll then above a 6, so you need a 7.
That's a 5.
Yeah, you're not really sure what motivates a hand growing.
Annie, I'm
into
still
another
not sure.
person.
It could be helping. It could be worse.
I think Volney has something to say about that.
Volney.
I'm gonna go try and find the woman that went downstairs.
Oh, Volney don't care
Right.
about the hand.
If anything happens, call me back.
Right. I think we could take care of it for now, but
You
maybe
can
when
assume
you're done, you
things
should
are
go,
going to happen,
check.
Volney. You
Yeah,
should
maybe
just
you go
assume.
check on the others, because that side of the house just fell apart, and I think they're in there.
Yep. I'm going.
All right.
As
Annie,
you-
I don't know about your mom.
Volney,
All right. Well,
Volney, as you're heading down the hall to that door, you see a pair of hands holding onto the wood on the edge of this darkness. It is magical, and you recognize them as Evangeline's.
Evangeline, are
Well-
you okay? I'm helping. I'm helping.
All
You,
right.
you gotta promise to not freak out though, okay?
Volney? Volney, is that you?
Yes.
Help.
I'm helping.
You pull her up. It is
Yeah.
not too much trouble.
I need you downstairs.
Not too heavy.
Also, ignore the wing situation.
What? Just help me out of here.
And Volney's eyes are black too, like the whites of them are black. It's not just
Oh,
the wings at this point.
What the hell happened to your eyes?
Great question.
What the hell happened to your back?
Great question. We're gonna go solve those issues.
What the hell happened to your mood? Damn. Oh, thank you for helping me. Besides all this, what's going on? Where's William? William?
He's in the kitchen still, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
you're just hearing grunting, like just.
You're
very-
all right?
Can't say much. Trying to fucking kill this guy.
Keep
I'm
at
gonna.
it.
How close is this guy?
He's down in the darkness. You can't see him in there.
Cool. I think this still works. I'm going to use damper. You hinder all actions attempted by any number of targets within short range who can understand you. You choose which targets are affected. Affected targets' actions are hindered for 1 round. Enabler.
All right.
That was so technical.
You hinder Petrak from his
Further.
activity of head bashing.
I will fill the mountains with the dead. Your hills, your valleys, and your streams will be filled with the people slaughtered by my sword. I will make you desolate forever. Your cities will never be rebuilt. Then you will know that I am God.
Well, that interesting. What now?
Basement. We're gonna go
Lead the
solve this.
way.
I'm going down the door that the woman went out.
So Jericho and Annie-Lynn, you both see Volney lift up Angeline from the edge of the fallen part of the house, pull her up, and they both. He says something to her, or out into the darkness that's over there, and then heads downstairs. The two of them.
Well, I'm glad we were friends with Volney. Holy shit.
Annie, I think
Yeah?
William might need help. If you can get to him, I can guard your mom until whatever this is happens.
1 second. William, did you take intellect damage at all?
I have not taken any intellect damage yet.
Dang.
I'm
That was
literally
Cypher
pulling
the
from my
helper.
might pool and my intellect pool for my abilities, but other than that, no.
Could you benefit from your intellect pool being replenished?
In the future, yes, but I don't know if it's really necessary right this minute. I'm
Alright.
still pretty my might pool is what I need more right now, but
Okay.
we have ways of fixing that.
I
All
think
right,
William's more connected to what's breaking this house apart right now, Annie. I think your mom's a whole separate situation.
Right. So in terms of foes that are in the way, can
You got
I
one
co-
right in front of you.
Yeah, I
can
pulled one.
cover Jericho's escape? Like, can I cover him, if that makes sense? Like, to
For
go
Jer-
help William?
You could cover, sure.
Are you
Okay.
sure,
You
Annie?
got, you got two guns out. You got a table in front. You got space.
All right. Then, yeah. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot the person that's right in front of me with my shotgun, and I'm gonna say, "Jared, go help him."
Are you? Because you can probably take William a gun, and you both could get back here after killing the guy doing the whole ritual.
Sure, but how many people are currently still alive? Is the 7 foot tall guy still?
There's vines.
Are they restrained at the moment?
They're
Little
hindered.
bit. Yeah.
Hindered. Okay. So is it looking like if I left the situation, they wouldn't stop the ritual from happening?
You don't really know.
Like, damn it.
Save William, Annie. We're sure about him. We're not sure about this.
Yeah, I'm just worried if whatever this turns into might rip this whole house apart again. But it's fine. We should go help William. I'm just gonna kind of do the soldier thing of telling Jer and then watching his six while I shoot at whatever tries to attack us while we're running out of there with little girl in between me and Jericho.
All right, so you're heading down the hallway then towards where William is, trying to get to that area. All right.
Do you want me to watch your mom, Annie, or do you want me to come?
No, come with us. We got to get out of here.
All right.
Come on, little one. You stand between us. You're too small.
She
Cut him in
runs
the back of the heel. Cut
she
him in
runs
the
in
back of the
between.
heel.
And as you were running, William, you feel the house kind of go like it slides a little bit on the edge of the hillside. And from above, you see a little bit of light open, and then suddenly your darkness stops. And you see you're in an angled section of this room. This person is still a few feet away from you, trying to reach at you, missing, didn't find where you were. And you see suddenly Jericho and Annie-Lynn at the top of this crack looking down at you as the two of them get there.
You need some help?
What are you doing?
Fucking shoot. And the darkness that has then kind of been sucked up from that minute of time that it's been there then coalesces into wings, and I will create my void wings, burning 3 intellect points.
This house is goddamn full of wings.
And basically just basically fly up to where they are.
All right.
Fly back up from where we were.
So you gotta go to fly out. You get attacked on your way out. Can you give me a defense roll, please? I will give you an extra easing because you are flying.
Mm-hmm. Please, for the love of God, roll well.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 7.
Boom! You get hit again by that pin.
Fuck.
Hits you in the leg, does some more damage to you, and you take that hit like a champ, and you fly out of there. Just as the house starts sliding down the side of the mountain, that part of the house slides away, and you see that person looking like,
You deserve what you get, old man.
and you see William fly out of the open hole of the home with devil wings of shade.
Yeah, it's seething, swirling tendrils of shadow grasp him and then pull him up to the hallway area. He's basically positioned himself behind Annie so she can still shoot from above.
Can y'all give me a perception check that are out there, the three of you?
Yeah.
Pan.
Ooh, it's a 19.
I'm trained, but a 6.
Annie, Victor would be so proud of you for that 19.
I know, finally.
Yeah, I know. Please, Dad, it's a 19.
You see that there is a hole in the side of the mountain that seems to be slowly rolling towards the home. And out of it, there are these black tentacles that you have seen in the past. And they are pulling at parts of this house. And they are reaching up towards anything and everything they can find. And it grabs an awning and its weight comes down on it and pulls it away. And you are standing there.
Get Evangeline. Get Volney. I'll go as far towards as possible and do my vine thing again, trying to hold little bits of the house together until they find our friends. Even if it's just structural on this floor.
Okay. Well, there's plenty of plants on the side of the hill that have been growing for years, so there's plenty of material to work with.
Old trees, their roots go deep.
Yep.
Find our friends, even the ones with wings.
And William land. I mean, you cannot fly particularly far, if I remember correctly, William. You have a turn of flight or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you flying to?
I'll fly to where I presume, where we heard before everything went to shit, Margaret go down, and I'll start heading down because I'm pretty sure that's where our friends are.
All right. So you're flying back then up where Annie and Jericho are, back into that hallway.
Correct. I definitely passed them.
When you land, one thing that you all feel is you feel the house kind of, it's flat. It kind of goes, and it feels like it's being pulled down from the middle rather than from the edges. And the door kind of breaks part way to the basement. And the three of you are there.
We just need to leave, Annie. This place is being pulled down.
They're downstairs. They're in the basement. We gotta go.
Can I get a perception check from the three of you?
That's my third natural 20 this session, and I kind of feel bad about it. Like
It's okay. It's
doesn't
okay.
feel like it should happen.
We need
12 and I'm trained.
I have an 11, so.
All right, so Jericho, you were the only one that notices it down the hall. The old man, the tall one, has lowered a rifle down this hallway and is balanced and steadied, and he is taking a shot.
I dive in front of it.
You can make a defense roll for the group.
That's a 2.
I was like, Roll
But
that
I'll
fucking natural
burn
20.
an experience because
Alright.
I'm down to 3. That's a 4. So that's fine. Yeah, I could have taken a whole new skill, and I was like, no, I'll just keep the experience points.
You dive to get in front of it, and the bullet goes past you, and Annie gets hit with a rifle shot. Takes 8 points of damage from this old man shooting.
Did my having a vision of Annie getting hurt earlier that
You
never did anything?
So now you can take advantage of that.
I would like to.
You may do it then. So you take that damage for her.
Oh shit!
It's like
You
I see a
jump in
potential
front.
failure,
Yeah.
and
You see Jericho move unnaturally, like in a way that feels odd and weird. But he jumps in front, and you see a bullet come through him as he takes a big shot through the abdomen, and blood.
that was 8.
And blood, 8 points. Blood sprays across your clothing and out of his back.
I only had 6 on might, so even with my armor, my might pulls down to 0 right now.
Correct. You're at a 0 might.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fuck.
He's still there though, right? Like
Yeah.
reloading.
And
you're impaired then at that point, correct?
Yes. Not just emotionally.
We're gonna go back downstairs now for a moment. So Volney, you and Evangeline head down the stairs. It is dark down there, but you do see there is a little bit of red light, and there is some chanting sounds down there. And as you come down the stairs, you see there is a red-filled vat with potentially, maybe it's rust, like liquidy rust, bits of stuff floating around in it. And there is Margaret down there, and she has her hands up doing something that you're not sure exactly what it is. And around it there are symbols written on the floor. They're not even written, carved into the floor, that you kind of know that Evangeline's book had some of these things in them. And she is standing on the other side of the pool. Well, you should be out of here. And the wall disappears on one side as it falls down the mountain, and you see that you're now partially open air to seeing the city, the town down below and to the side.
What the hell are you doing?
I ain't doing this. What are you doing? Why don't you get out of here? Just go.
What
I
the
got
hell are
nothing
you
for
doing?
you.
Here.
What?
What's going on here?
Volney, I don't know what's going on. May I approach you? Perhaps I can shed some light on whatever's happening to you.
Tell me what's happening from there.
Well, I think you may be a vessel of our Lord. You know, a creature of godly power to use for godly needs.
Evangeline will pull out her gun. If you touch him,
She
I
steps
swear to
back,
God I'll kill you.
and she steps back over against the wall. I'm not coming over. I'm not coming over and doing nothing. I'm not touching nobody.
Don't you dare hurt my friend.
Evangeline, you recognize these symbols wrapped around the floor. These are some kind of ritualistic symbols.
Evangeline,
Yes, Volney?
whatever you were trying to do upstairs, try doing it again.
I'll
Doing
do my
the talking.
best. I can make
I'm
no
going to
promises.
And I'm starting to walk towards the woman.
And she is trying to keep the pool between you and her.
I'm going to. How many things can I do? because I'm not sure how many this would do. I'm not sure if I can do shake the bones and damper in one turn. I'm not sure.
You can do one.
Okay. I'm going to do damper, and I'm going to keep her from moving away from me.
All right.
As quickly.
Make a roll.
Cool. Okay. I think I got 15. Yay!
And she like freezes in place, and her eyes are as big as a bug. You shouldn't be doing that stuff here. You're just attracting. God don't like when you use its powers unwarranted, especially against its own kind. We all worship together, you know.
Oh, and what god is that?
Shumgreth Law.
I don't think I do. I'm gonna bite her.
Evangeline, you see Volney go to this girl, to this woman, and like a vampire, just bring a bite down. Where are you biting her?
I'm biting her right on her neck.
You bite her neck. Can you make me an intellect roll, please? You
Oh
are
boy,
hindered
howdy!
by
Yes,
2.
I can. What's the number?
You are hindered by 2, so you would need to roll above a 7.
Okay, I have 1 edge.
All right, so above a 9, so 10 or higher.
I think. Wait. I think I got an 11. I can't read very well without my glasses on. I don't put them on for this stream.
Hold it to the camera. Maybe we can see it.
All right, one sec.
You have
I
pretty
got
dice anyway. We'd love to see them. That is an 11.
it. Yay!
You bite into this person. The blood has a taste that is like honey. And this person, you Evangeline, you hear her scream like you ain't heard someone scream, and then it goes silent. And Volney does not pull back and continues tearing into this woman, hands and fingers like claws, teeth like a beast, wings come out full and reach down to the floor, black, raven and black feathers with blue iridescence. And Volney tears this woman to pieces. Blood pools on the bottom, spatters the walls. What are you doing while this happens?
Volney? Volney, are you in there? My God. And I think she's just aghast. I don't think there's anything she can do for the turn. Like, she's horrified, mystified, and a little sort of frozen.
Volney, when you finish, you suddenly hear Evangeline speaking from behind you.
Volney.
And you feel presences in this room.
Are you okay? Are you in there?
We need to leave now.
When he
Where
turns
did we
around,
go?
his face is a pool of red on his flesh. His teeth are pointed like they were not before. His hands have claws. His wings have wrapped out and torn through his clothing. And the front of him is all spattered red.
Where
Meet upstairs.
did we? Okay. Lead the way.
I'm
And
going
she'll
to-
like give space and back off. Like there's a radius around you.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm heading back upstairs, and I'm making sure that she is behind me.
And you head up. You start heading up the stairs. Evangeline, make me a perception check.
Seven. She is trained.
All right. So you go to follow, and you feel something pull you back, and you feel yourself pulled into the pool
Ah.
and under the water, under the liquid.
Oh shit.
We're gonna go back upstairs for a moment. Upstairs, you all open the door, and you see a blood-covered, raven-winged Volney with fangs and claws coming up the stairs with a calm demeanor.
Holy shit.
Can we
holy
tell
shit.
it's Volney, or was it like, let's shoot this thing that's about to attack us?
It is hard to tell. It is hard to know. There's no
Eventually-
light in there. It's just darkness. But you can see enough to see teeth and claw, and actually that's probably all you're seeing.
I'm going to call out for Evangeline.
I'm gonna healing charm touch William while we're all like huddled, kind of in this space.
What's the situation on the gentleman that shot us in the hallway?
Yeah, where's he at? Oh shit, he's reloading.
That's five hit points to William, or to a pole.
Thank you.
We've got to heal you, Jer.
I'm good, Annie.
You're on 0.
I got him. I got him.
You can heal him.
I'll pat. You see, like, as I was about to head downstairs before whoever has come back up, I pulled out my blue moon pie that I was about to start eating, and I just pass it behind me to Jericho for him to eat, because it heals your might pool.
If I break it with William, can we each take half? No.
I don't think so. It has to be eaten a certain way.
Annie, don't forget to eat. Just kidding. I'll eat it.
I didn't take any damage to my might pool. I'm fine.
Eat it from the crust inward, and
Do I have the
you
time
get...
to eat a pie, Scott? Like, somebody's reloading on us and stuff.
It'd be like shoving a pie down your mouth while someone's aiming a gun at you. Could you do it?
Hold on to it,
Sure. It may
William.
not give you. It may hinder your next action, though. That could be more defensive.
Hold on to it. Mama bird me if you have to. It'll later.
That's not how... Okay. God
Yeah.
damn it.
I don't want
May
to waste your pie and then get shot while eating it.
May I attempt to drag them all downstairs?
You may
Holy
attempt
shit.
it. You would
I
have
might
to
stab
attempt
your
one of
hand.
them. You could only drag one of them.
I was
That
gonna
would be
say,
William.
genuinely, I was gonna like darkness seeing darkness, like full, like just forearm and grab you up stairs since everything is collapsing.
You're both
around
grabbing
us.
each other then.
Winged on winged action.
Who wins the arm wrestle?
I think we know who wins that. I'm sorry.
We
No
do.
offense to Volney.
I don't know. Maybe the DM might make you roll for it. I don't know.
While
I
you're in
wouldn't
that
let
hallway,
Volney touch me.
while you're in that hallway down to the basement, getting ready to do your best wrestling moves, the gun goes off again. Can I get a defense roll from you, Jericho?
Oh
Yes.
shit.
That's an 8, and that's it.
You take 8 points from this gun again, and you again, Annie, see that, hear that.
So, where does it go if might's at 0? Is just I pick a
it
different
goes
one?
to speed.
Deal.
What is your speed at now?
6.
Okay.
Can I shoot this motherfucker?
You may.
Am I able-
You
Okay.
may.
All right. I'm gonna let me see here. Do I got anything fun? I'm gonna I'm going to. Actually, I'm going to take some points out of my might right now, and I'm going to I'm going to slow bleed on this guy. I make a powerful and precise strike that will inflict additional damage later. It ignores armor.
All right.
And on my next turn, the target will take an additional 3 points of damage if they're still alive.
Okay.
Just hit him, please. Just hit him. Please.
Just so you know, that's what I'm trying to do. So let's see. Roll for this. Oh, that's a 7, but I'm gonna burn an XP and try and re-roll that.
Yeah,
okay.
7 would not work.
All right. Come on. Oh, it's a natural 1. Oh.
I'll burn an XP.
Okay.
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 It's just please, Annie. Please, Annie.
It's a 19, motherfucker.
Thank God.
So you.
No, it was my shotgun, so it's 7 points of damage plus the slow bleed at a later date.
and it blows him through the living room window out into the yard, and the vines and stuff grab tight.
Stay down.
And from down below, you hear a splash of liquid.
Where's Evangeline?
Volney, you and William are in this hallway. You cannot see each other clearly. You just know there's a figure in front of each of you.
She was just behind me.
And you do recognize the voice of Volney.
Okay. And just rushing past, like, kind of doing that weird, awkward, like, side shuffle, because I'm sure the
I immediately know what you're doing, and I'm getting out of the way.
Yeah, like, we're doing that, like, whoop,
All right.
and just running down the stairs.
When you do, you run into what feels like crow wings, just completely, like, battering at you as you run through them. Not hurting you or nothing like that, just an unusual feeling. And you get to the bottom, yes.
Can I tell the others to follow me?
Sure. I will not hinder your words.
Jericho, Annie, come on.
I'd hang back last to run back and look to see if I can see what's happening with Annie's mom. Like, even at a distance. Like, is there anything we can tell? Is there too much debris to even see?
She looks like she is being replaced by someone younger
Barbara.
and...
Younger and similar, or younger and completely different?
Younger and similar.
Good enough for me right now. And turn around and just run back after Annie.
And as you're doing that, though, you do feel the house kind of... And the side walls are torn away, and these tentacles kind of go raking through, pulling stuff out and reaching at things, sticking to stuff. Can I get defense rolls from Jericho and Annie before they can get down into that hallway? You don't need a hard number. You just need to roll a 7 or above.
12.
I rolled a 5.
All right, Annie, you
Burn
get...
Take an XP.
We're just like, XP.
How much do you have, Volney?
I have 4 or 5.
If you don't mind taking that one, because I'm at 1 right now.
I got 2.
I'll
Burn it. Burn mine.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did it have to be again?
Above a 7.
A 7 or
It's an
higher.
8. It's an
All
8.
right.
So
You dodge away just at the last moment, and Jericho had just pulled the door open and pulled you into the stairwell.
Where's that little girl? Is she with us?
Yes, she's underneath.
Okay.
She is basically underneath your feet.
Yeah, she's on my leg like we're dancing at a wedding. It's made everything hindered.
Attached at our hip. Okay.
And Volney is in the hallway. You see as light starts coming in from the behind you all, and there is a red pool. William, you get down there and you see Evangeline held kind of under this red pool by some figure that looks like they're just made of blood. and you're seeing from the front, and you realize it is the ghost you had seen at the party, but just blood making the form. Evangeline, can you make me a defense roll, please, when you're pulled in? I'll get back to you in a moment, William.
You are also muted, by the way.
Who is?
I
Juicy.
can certainly try. And fail. 3.
Burn it.
Oh my god.
You get
I'll
another.
burn, yes, an experience point. I feel like this one is important. 1 experience point burnt. Roll redone. And it's a 7.
All right,
Last.
you are being held under this liquid, and you feel the air is being pulled out of you, and you are being strangled by some figure you cannot even see. All you see is the red pool in front of you. William, you see this thing as you come charging down the stairs, and the figure, whatever it is, I mean, you recognize the form. It smiles.
It has been a long fucking night. Miss Sedora, let my friend go.
Oh no, I'm taking Sedora. Sedora's the body I needed. I'm taking her.
No, you're
No,
not.
you're not.
Hell no.
And I don't know if my axe will do shit, but I'll fucking hit her with my axe.
All right, you may swing.
I've got still my 2 edge and my might pool. What am I going for?
You are trying to hit above a 15s, and you're using your edge, so
Knocking it down by
12.
2, so that
9.
takes
So
it
10 or
to
above.
9, 10 or above. Okay. Yeah, for right now I'll leave it as is. Yeah, okay. Fuck! That's a 4.
And when you go to swing at her,
yeah.
I'm going to tell you why your swing was so poorly done. Is when you went to swing at her, you froze in space, locked in a position of swinging anguish. You ain't hitting me, boy. I'll get to you in a moment. Let me finish off Evangeline. I need her figure for my own. Let's go back to initiative. We're gonna go to 20, which is Jericho. You are coming down the stairs hard. You see Evangeline's face kind of just under the pool of water, and there's a figure strangling her under it. When William swung, he froze in space, just stopped moving in the middle of a swing, and you are now there.
I'm gonna pull out Annie's knife from her past. I'm gonna pull out that green goo that I digged out of Barbara's jar.
Okay.
I'm gonna wipe it on the knife, snake smell it with my tongue, and I'm gonna charge to where Miss Blanc is, and then I'm gonna full on try to tackle this blood form with a gooey, dripping green Barbara knife.
All right, make me an attack roll.
Oh man, I have an edge in might, and I can't
You
use
can't
any
use it
might
right
pool. Yeah, 16.
Oh, nice. So you strike at this thing, and it goes through. You feel it drag through something that feels like form, but also feels more like liquid. It is not. Can you make me an understanding magic roll?
Yes, please. And I will exert an edge on the effort on this, and I have an edge, which is probably for the best because that's a 9, but 2 points towards it to be lessened.
When you do this, you get the feeling that there is a figure there, a form that is becoming.
Deal. Did the weird fertile goo seem to interact with the blood in any weird way?
It left a a streak of green across where it struck in the space of this figure.
I think Jericho's eyes missed up because he was hoping the green would come. So for a moment, he's like, we're about to die. And then he sees this beautiful flash of green and his eyes just kind of crack. And I think that's my whole action and everything.
All right. So 17, we have Juicy and William. William, you can go first. You fall forward into this liquid as whatever it was that did it, you were thrown off balance and were forward and frozen, and then you fall forward into this goo. And, well, I don't want to call it goo. It's just blood and bits of flesh and bone floating around in it.
Am I able to try and grapple Evangeline out away from this instead of just attacking this person, since that seems to not be working?
You can make me an attack roll on Evangeline to grapple.
Okay.
You would need, with her being held where she is, you would need above a 9.
Okay.
So
got my 2 edge. That takes it down to a 6. No, that takes it down to a 3.
You need above a 4.
Okay.
Seems easy, unless you roll a 1.
Yeah, I'm burning my last XP because that wasn't that one.
William, I
Legit?
have two.
Wait.
I have 2.
Legit
Let me burn
fucking
one.
that one right there.
All right.
Yeah.
I get a DM intrusion with that. I'm gonna take advantage of that opportunity.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will burn an experience for superstitious. Once per day I can toss salt and turn a GM intrusion into something good for us.
For real?
Okay.
Yeah, I've never used it. Yeah.
That's right.
All right. So you go to make this grab, and the house shakes hard, and a tentacle from the outside rolls through and crashes into this pool and splashes and crushes the pool, and blood starts to pour out the side of the hill. And
Oops.
as it pours out, you are able to grab Evangeline and pull her away from this figure that is standing in this receding pool of fleshiness.
You're not getting her. Just pulling her back, and if I need to, like, fly to get us out, I will.
Evangeline, can you make me a might check? I would like to see if you pass out from lack of oxygen.
Oh dear.
Oh, boy.
Probably, huh? Let's see what happens. I've rolled an 18 inexplicably.
Woo!
All right. You catch your breath after being
God.
strangled under there.
Oh. Oh, golly gee damn. William, thank you.
You know you
What
can
the
actually
hell?
curse, right? Like, this is warranted.
This is 1920 what, 2? That is cursing. God damn.
Whatever. And just, like, just pulling her back towards the stairs.
And you pull her away. Volney, you feel this the tug of something in there, and you feel the house lose more, and you all feel kind of the house start to slide, and you hear Brandy scream and start running up the stairs.
I'm going to help that kid.
You hear Brandy scream as she is being chased by a vampire covered in blood with devil wings, and she looks terrified beyond her horror at the house crumbling, and she flees like as fast as she can, and she swings back at you with her tire iron. Can you make me a defense roll? It's only against a 3. She would hit you with a 4.
7.
All right, she swings at you and hits the wall, but continues running and jumps out of the doorway at the top of the stairwell and tries to turn the corner. Are you going to attack her at the top?
No, I'm not going to attack her. I'm going to
Okay.
try and tell her to run as fast as you can away from here. Find your parents.
Okay. And as you're doing that, you feel the house start
I'm heading
sliding
back
along.
downstairs.
And you go back downstairs, and You see, what is everyone else? Okay, so I'm going to get back to where we were in the numbers. Annie, you are up.
Yeah. So I'm at the top of the steps right now, right?
Yeah.
Is there Okay, so I still have some of the bullets that Jericho blessed in my coat. So I'm gonna load those into my rifle, and I'm gonna try and shoot at this woman.
Make me your attack roll.
All right. I'm gonna burn an XP if I can. Yeah.
What did you roll? Was it a 1 or was it another low number?
It was a 1.
Your gun just jammed.
Shit.
You're gonna have to clear it before you can do it. We're gonna skip.
These are faulty bullets.
Volney, what
Annie's
are you
got
doing?
like 14 guns.
Huh?
Yeah.
But she doesn't have bullets for every gun that are those blessed ones, does she? Or maybe she does. You had a bunch of them.
I did, but only the rifle has the blessed ones. I've shot.
We only had time to bless the rifle bullets.
Yeah.
Volney, what are you doing? You see Annie shooting down at that figure down there, and you are.
I'm going to shake the bones of that figure because I have a pretty good fucking feeling of who that is.
All right. Roll the bone.
How is your intellect pool doing, Volney?
16 out of 18.
Okay.
Shake the bones only uses 1, and wait, no, I should be down another 2. Okay, yes, good for calling me on that. Okay,
I was making sure you weren't about to die because mine's at 3.
I can't do math.
Okay.
It's okay. We got you.
$14.
All right.
It looks like a 19. That's the horrible part.
Here, let's see it.
It looks like a 19. I'm not even kidding.
Your mimic dice. That's
Wait.
20, Volney.
No, that's in 4. That's like
No, that's a 14.
14.
Yeah, if it's by the 20, then it's a 14.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't read that. I can't read that number very well.
All right, you go to shake the bones, and you feel this connection as this figure is jarred, and then you feel her go, "You and I are meant to be together. Just come on down, Volney.
Yeah.
We ought to be together right now." And that is, of course, you know that voice. That is the voice of Vincent, the person you love more than anyone else in the world.
No.
God has given me to you. You need to come and help.
Vincent, I loved you, but I love my friends in my life more.
Can you make me an intellect roll, please?
Yeah, I sure can. Oh God, where is it? Where did it go? I don't know where my die went.
Reroll it.
I need a new one.
I'll roll for you. 12.
All right.
Wait. Can I use an edge on that for Jericho for that roll?
You may.
Thank you.
All right. So you are seeing in this fleshy form sort of a changing of its form from what you initially saw as the old booger to a form that looks like Vincent, but just made of blood and whatever else it is made of. There is, of course, a slash of green across it that looks out of place.
Can you drink him, Volney?
No, not him. You are not the one I love. You never will be again. I cared for you and I loved you, but there is no more love that you have left for me.
Jericho, you are up.
Woohoo! So we've got Miss Evangeline pulled away,
Yes.
but we're still down there with the Vincent blood goo. Annie's higher up on the stairs, like aiming down, if I understand the...
She's clearing her
visual.
jam, actually, at the moment.
Yeah.
That's right. So standing kind of near Evangeline, because I ran down to try to tackle Blood Vincent, I was like, are we leaving? Are we staying?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
We have to kill her.
I will turn and use 2 of my last 3 intellect points to once again look for a vision of the next time Annie gets hurt while I'm near her.
All right.
To brace for that. While just like waiting basically to see if Volney's a monster.
At least get start back up the stairs.
Yeah.
We gotta at least get
let the
range from this
vampire
thing.
monster and the blood monster sort out their relationship issues and start running upstairs.
You start heading up the stairs. Evangeline, what are you doing?
I don't know what I can do. I guess, given my knowledge of the book, can I maybe call on a chant I knew to try to stabilize things?
You can.
All right, then I will do that. I know I'm not great with magic, but I did roll a natural 20.
Yeah.
Yes!
So you see the symbols around that pool, and you know that they have been chanted in one direction at least, and you understand that these need to be inverted to stop whatever was happening. And you have learned enough to sound out these whatever these symbols mean. You kind of know what they mean. And the rest of you hear Evangeline sort of speaking in tongues, it sounds like to you, in some language that is a murmur and like a growling, gritty, gravelly thing. And she is saying these symbols. Now that the pool's gone, she can see all the way around it. There's still a tentacle here pulling at the pool and pulling things off the side of the hill, and you do feel the house kind of a little more, and you feel this fleshy figure start becoming thinner, almost like transparent. We're going to go on to the next one, which would be William. What are you doing, William?
I think knowing that it's been able to stop me from physically attacking it, and still kind of right next to Evangeline, I think, like, still kind of like clasped hands, I would imagine, will just try his best to follow along with the chant, because usually there's strength in numbers and that type of thing.
Super cool.
And like the whispers kind of echoing out her words more specifically to help echo and bring more.
Are you hindered against using magic?
I have no specific hindrance against using magic.
Okay. And do you have a hindrance against understanding magic?
No.
All right. So you are becoming the choir. All right.
Yeah.
Evangeline, on your next roll, I'm going to give you, I'm going to ease it 1 as you're trying to finish off this ritual. That was Annie. Your jam has been cleared.
All right. I'm going to take aim with my salt bullets and try and, well, not salt, but blessed, I guess. blessed with divine smite, and I'm gonna try and shoot the figure again.
Go gain.
All right. 13.
That is enough. You hit kind of into this weird figure, and it kind of splashes through, and you feel this thing, or you see this thing sort of weaken, and just the pool of water or liquid that was there, with all the chanting going on, it has thinned it so much, and then it just splashes down into the rest of the water, and in its place there is a bone.
What?
Covered in blood.
Snatch that shit.
I'm snatching it.
Mm-hmm. And we're getting the fuck out of here.
Oh,
if we
100%.
even have, I was gonna say, even if we have to, because you mentioned that the wall outside is gone.
Yeah, and you feel
even if
the
we
house.
have to, like, yeah, even if I have to fly someone out of here, I will.
And the house slides sideways a little bit.
Holy shit, let's get out of here.
I'm grabbing
Stairs up the
Annie.
stairs.
Can I get speed
Yeah.
checks from everybody?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
the number?
I
Yeah, what
was
are we rolling for?
already heading out on my turn up the stairs because I want to look at Annie's mom again.
All right, when you get out there, you...
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to give you a moment. When you get there, you see a figure that is strikingly like Annie. Older, but not old. And seemingly examining herself, like not understanding what has happened here.
I'll start taking off my
There is-
sheepskin jacket.
As she grew, she's just wearing this draped cloth nothing.
Are you
Filthy.
Alma? Do you know that name?
I don't remember a name.
I'm gonna put my jacket on her.
You throw a jacket.
Let's get
on
you
her.
out of here. If we can save one thing, this was worth it. We got to get you out of here.
When you head out the door, you see that there is a huge hole in the ground where all of the vehicles were, and part of the house has collapsed in this area, and you are standing on a porch that's basically overlooking at a hole, and in that hole you see eyes sort of sliding around on something in the blackness in the bottom.
Oh, bless my heart. I guess I'm just waiting for my friends to come up and see this gaping void, but I'll also put my jacket on Alma and even pick her up if I have to. But if William comes up, I'll hand her to William.
And Brandy is here too, kind of dumbfounded. Almost, you actually know from your days that by her facial expressions, you actually think she is probably in some form of shock.
I'm going to get down and be like, hey, did you know that a group of unicorns is called a blessing? Be blessed. And just kind of like tap her nose.
Thank
Like,
you. Thank you.
This is what William would do, right?
The rest of you, as you're coming out, you feel the house start to crash sideways and parts of it pull away from other parts. Can I get speed checks again? Did you? I didn't get your speed checks before. What were they before?
No.
No, you didn't.
Wait, we
I
hadn't
do
rolled.
some-
At least I hadn't rolled yet.
I did.
Mine is a 19, and then I also have an edge. So
13.
I somehow rolled a 19 as well.
I have an edge, and I have not rolled yet.
I got a 14.
I got a
4,
2.
but I'm impaired also.
All right. William is coming up last, and the house
Mm-hmm.
collapses and pulls away from all of you, and William is under the collapsing part and starts sliding down the mountainside as you guys leap across to part of the remnants of the house. William, can you make me a might check?
Okay, got an edge of 2. My pool is back up a bit. Oh, I am trained in running. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. I know it wouldn't have helped with my
Wouldn't help
2,
with
but
that. No.
just as a note for future reference, that's an 11.
All right. So you see your friends ahead of you, and you see them make this leap across a little part, and it is a comforting vision as you see them jump and the house collapse on you. Feel the weight of the house come down on you, and you take 12 points of damage as this house crumbles and starts sliding down the mountain.
Okay.
You are
So I
moving.
took 11.
You still
but
have
I'm
your
still.
pie.
Yep. Just got to do a little bit of math there. I think my might pulls down to 3.
All right. We'll come back to you in a moment. The rest of you up there, you jump across. William was behind you. You didn't see what happened, but you're just kind of running to get to the outside. And you get to the outside, and Annie, you see what would look like an older sister rather than a mother. I mean, it is your face almost. But there's some of your father in there, too. It is not just her.
I'm going to hand her over because I might notice William's gone and run back.
And standing in front of her, you see Brandy. So it's like this. One is in shock from fear and the terror of this, and one is in awe at this feeling of newness. And below them, you know there is a void of eyes.
Holy shit.
I'm going to not next to Brandy's ears twice, a couple times.
You're a scary vampire, Volney.
Not looking at her, just like doing it from behind her.
Well, I'll be.
Hope those wings
That's
work for
worse,
something.
Volney.
Can I look? Can I tell that William's not with us, or?
Well,
Or am I
we'll
so
get to that in a
sick?
moment. I mean, you kind of caught her face, and you're like, oh. Evangeline, you were still chanting. You had memorized, because you have a good intellect, the chant, and you knew it was not complete yet, and you were still having to continue as you're running. Can you make me a use magic roll? You have been eased 1 by William's efforts.
You're muted.
Could I burn my last experience to also help Juicy's next
Sure.
roll? I'm going to do my summon spirit, where I call a local magical thing, like in the mine,
Okay.
to come aid her, and that is my final experience point.
All right.
If all else fails, I have 3 to 4 left.
Okay.
You still have Jericho's.
4. All right.
I rolled a Pfarr.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You have mine. You have a point of mine.
Oh, ours just made it an easier roll. I don't know
Yeah.
if we gave him a re-roll.
Oh.
If you want to give her a reroll, give her a
Okay,
fucking
so-
reroll.
So it was a 4, and there was an additional 1 from William,
Right.
an additional 1 from Jericho, correct?
Mhm.
So
Summon says helpful
So
spirit.
that is 10, and then so you would need a 10 or more. Or you rolled
Was
a
this
10.
this was intellect, right? I do have an edge of
Intellect.
2.
Okay,
So that takes it down to
right.
6?
6. So you
So
make
7 or
those
higher next
rolls.
I
time.
will spend 2 in my pool to bring it down to 4. Does that or
An
do I need to
effort.
bring it lower?
It brings it lower.
Right.
So you would get
The-
it below a 4. You'd get it to a 4 or more is what you would need. And
I mean, you could burn more and then make it not have to roll too.
I'll spend 4.
all right,
There.
you
I'll
burn
spend 4.
everything you got, and the beast below the eyes, you see their eyes all at one time blink closed, and there's a rumble, and you see nothing but a hole down into the mines, and the ground stops shaking. William, you are sliding down this house on the side of the mountain. Can you make me a speed check and see if you can find daylight to get out of this thing as it comes collapsing more?
Mm-hmm. You said speed?
Yes. You are hindered by 2.
Okay. I have an edge of 1 and I will use my effort, so that will make it a flat.
All right.
What is
You
what
need-
am
you
I
need
trying
a
to
10
hit?
with all that. You need a 10.
I got an 11.
You find a bit of daylight as this house is crumbling under you, and above
Arm sticking
you,
out.
you're able to pull a hand out, and you are still moving. This house is not still and stable. You are rolling in what is, flotsam and jetsam if it was on the water, but in this case, it is just the collapsing part of a home. Things are falling all around you. For the turn, you're going to take 6 damage, even though you are able to do that. You're able to find some daylight. You are sliding down the side, and it is causing the hillside itself to come rolling down behind. Upstairs, everyone, you realize that William is no longer with you.
Do I hear something sliding down the mountain?
You just hear kind of things collapsing all over that place. The
I'd
house you're in
hand
is
Annie or
collapsing.
Mom and turn around.
I'm gonna.
Annie, this is Alma.
Oh,
Alma
Sure.
Barbara.
okay. I'll call her Barbara. She looks more like a Barbara than an Alma.
I'll run back to where the last place I know we were with William, at least.
Where you were with him is no longer there. It is gone down the
I
side of the mountain.
burn an intellect point to try to mind read to find William's thoughts in the rubble.
William Saucer. I'm falling down the mountain.
Yeah, it's just like fuck,
he's alive.
fuck,
Like,
fuck.
He's alive. That is information I did not know for sure. So I would begin looking for him.
I have a rope I can give you guys in my adventures pack.
Annie, do you got that rope?
Yeah, I do. And I just like pull it off of my hip and hand it to them.
William,
And I'm like, are you down there? Pull them out.
William, can you make me a might check to pull yourself out? Even though you found an opening, can you get out of it?
My might pool is empty.
All right. So you take 6 points of damage. You continue sliding down under this refuse. As you're looking down, Jericho, you see an arm from a brief moment kind of reach out from among all the stuff as the house continues collapsing and sliding further and further until
I'm going
it
to
hits.
use...
Go on.
Sorry.
What are you going to say?
My last intellect pull point to draw item of the rope to William's hand. To Jedi toss backwards, basically. But that is my last intellect point, and now I'm also debilitated. Yeah.
Make me a roll. It is not an easy
17.
roll. 17
But
will
I
do
am
it, though.
debilitated.
So the rope, it rolls down the side, and in the moment before everything goes off the cliff face, William's fingers have a chance. William, can you make me a speed check to grab the rope?
Okay, I've got an edge in speed. What am I trying to hit here?
You're trying to hit a 13.
12.
Higher than a 12.
13.
I think Jericho
Okay.
screamed Jedi in like Stranger Things style, just
You gotta-
bleeding out of places.
You get one of my points. You get one of my points.
Okay.
You need 10 or better.
I also have escape for 2
Ah.
speed points. You slip your restraint, squeeze through the bars, break the grip of a creature holding you, pull free from the sucking quickstand, or otherwise get loose from whatever is holding you in place. And I can
is
use that as my
perfect.
action.
You do that as
So
your
I will burn my
action.
2 speed points.
Yep. So that brings you down to you need a 6.
4
A
4
7
in my
above.
speed pool now.
7 or more is all.
And I've got an edge. I don't know.
And I
That's
got that already.
okay, cool. So I need a 6 or higher?
You
Or
need a
7
7 or
higher?
higher.
Okay. That's a 16.
Yes.
And you feel the hand grab the rope. The house falls over what is the cliff face down into the trees below. And you feel a weight pull on you, Jericho, that is heavier than anything you ever felt. And you start sliding down the mountain
I don't let go.
because you do not have any might left.
I'm right behind him.
How are you going to get to him, Volney? He's sliding faster than you can run.
I'm flying.
All right. And you see Volney fly for the first time.
Terrifying.
And grab at Jericho. Can you make me a might check to grab, or a speed check, to grab Jericho?
Yep, sure can. What's the number I'm trying to beat?
You were trying
20.
to... Huh?
I'm just kidding.
What'd you say, 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to beat a 12, so you need 13 or higher.
All right, I have an effort. I'm spending an effort. And I also... Wait, what else do I have?
So you need a 10.
Speed. It's in your speed pool. Whatever you got.
Okay. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to look at things in my skills that would help me. Never mind. So I got an effort. Okay. 19.
You grab Jericho. There is a hard yank on you, Jericho. There's a hard yank on you, William. Will you make me a might roll?
I can't. My pool's empty.
William slips off the end of the rope.
My might pool's empty too.
William
I grab
slides
the
off
rope?
the end of the rope. You get Jericho and pull him back up. He is lighter than you thought.
William, no.
Can I go try to grab William as well?
In the aftermath of this, as you get down, the house has collapsed. William's body is found among the debris on the bottom of the mountain. The cars that were there, the people that were going into them were sucked into the hole, and some of the bodies were found. The sun begins to rise, of course, like every day. And the community tries to come together around something they don't understand. But you do. Are there any things you'd like to take care of in all of this aftermath? You're muted, Annie.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna address the community if I can. Are people gathering right now? Or?
Oh yeah, they in the morning light. They see what happened. They see a disaster happened, and they are trying their best to understand it, but not doing a very good job of it.
Some of you know my late pa, Mr. Victor McSweeney. God rest his soul. Made a deal with some things he didn't understand fully. Hence why we got the name of our town, Guilty Hole. And some of those things, they be older than time itself. I ain't rightly understand it myself, and I'm sure you ain't rightly understand it either, but we lost some people. Good people. And I want you to know that darkness is no longer in our town. We were able to cleanse those shadows away. But as you know, not all shadows are bad. I want y'all to know that I love this town. I love the people in it. It's my honor to serve you and protect you. And that's all I got to say about that.
Are we being a little wobbly with time? right now?
Yeah, we are.
I think after a few days, if Annie, Miss Blanc, I don't know if Volney can go out in the daylight. If they all made it to Jericho's house during the day, they'd see him kind of packing his boat, putting some things in it, and maybe he's been a little more withdrawn since all this happened. He's like, Annie, I think I'm gonna go see the desert for a little while. I'd invite you, but I didn't know if you wanted to be with your mom. You know, you've got family now, Annie, and I'm just around.
Yeah. That little old lady that thinks her wife is the thing of wood.
Yeah, I love that lady.
I actually gave her a friend, Miss Barbara, so she ain't lonely. Figures she don't have no memory of who she is, so she had no memory that she was my kin. So I figure, why not give her a new family?
You think she'd like to grow flowers?
I'm
Because
sure.
I could use someone to watch my plants while I'm gone.
Sure she would, but
Unless you wanted to stay in here, or if you wanted to come with me, Annie.
you know what? I ain't never left this town. I put my notice into the office this morning. Coming with you.
I think Jericho's going to give Miss Blanc a massive hug, and he's never even really shook her hand on purpose a little bit. I need to apologize to you, Miss Blanc. I was so suspicious. And I've realized your curiosity is a love story about where we came from and our people and the stories we've tried to keep alive. And you have my most heartfelt apologies for all distrust. I know you'll tell our story and William's story.
Yes, of course I will. This place is special,
It is.
and I've intended to tell your story as best I possibly could.
You thinking about sticking around? Between Annie and I, we got 2 empty homes. We are basically real estate Mongols. We're going to start the whole thing over, regrow our bodies when we're old. We're taking over this place. Just kidding, Miss Blanc.
I want to go see that desert you're talking about.
I think the last thing he says with maybe Miss Evangeline there before letting them all do their things. Did I ever tell you about my favorite part of the Bible, Annie, Miss Blanc? I know I don't talk about it too much.
No, you did not.
It's right at the beginning. I've always liked beginnings more than endings, I think. But it's right when God lets there be light, because he doesn't command it, he doesn't create it, he just lets it. And I've tried to become someone who just lets light be, like Annie does, like you do, Miss Blanc. But sometimes I get in my own way. William was one of the brightest boys I had ever seen, and his shadows were only there because of how his heart glue, and I was excited to get to know him and to watch him become a man who walks these woods.
Yes.
And I hug her again.
I take, well, William's going to come with us on our adventures, and I have his axe, and I put it onto the cart, and I say, don't worry, he'll be with us the whole time. Might even protect us, who knows?
You take care of that.
Oh,
Don't
we
lose
will,
it.
with my life.
And,
Jumanji style, there's a hand in a jar that looks like William's and all my stuff covered in blankets.
And, here is my card. Remember this. Keep correspondence.
Jericho pulls out his card.
It's covered in mud.
It's 14 years old. It's for like trauma counseling and loss and things of that sort. And he's like, I knew I had one left. I was just waiting.
Jericho, this is a leaf.
Well, it's biodegradable. It's green. I mean, it's cheap.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching what happened here, Miss Evangeline. It's important to bear witness.
Thank you.
And if you see Volney, Let him know that he's a hymn not for the churches, but he is a hymn for the mountains and the people. And give him this hug for me.
You take care of yourself, Miss Evangeline. Been a pleasure.
Miss Blanc.
And you. Both of you.
I'll give her my pocket watch, but she won't know it till later.
Oh, well, Miss Evangeline, wait on a minute. And I just, like, pull out the cart.
What?
Lady like you, I think, can handle this. I just give her my shotgun.
You bet.
Double Blancs.
Yeah. That belonged to my daddy. Don't worry, nobody come near you when you're carrying that thing. I trust that.
Huh. Usually I just scare them off, but it'll help.
Oh, yeah. Nobody will come near you again that done any of those unwanted kisses, if you know what I mean.
Well, safe travels.
Safe travels.
And then when they leave,
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Evangeline will go and find Volney. Volney?
Volney, you find, is away from the town and kind of out of doors in the wilderness.
Volney?
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes. Miss Evangeline.
Are you well?
That depends. Know any way to get rid of wings?
No, I do not.
And teeth.
And claws?
You are still Volney in there, are you not?
I am. I don't know what the people will think.
Well, then if you are still Volney in there, then you are still beautiful. And kind. And my friend.
Do you plan on staying?
No. I intend to escort William's sister home and help them. But I will be back.
Can I follow?
I think this town needs someone to watch over them. To be honest.
All right.
And I think William needs someone to watch over him.
You're right. Do you know where Jericho and Annie are?
They went to go visit the desert, and they did say they'd keep in touch. And I intend, just so you know, to do what I can to study, to try and bring William back. If those fools can do what they could do, then why can't I?
Just be careful, okay?
Of course. But I will be back. Sooner rather than later. I will not leave you alone.
He's going to hug you.
And she'll hug you back.
And you can hear him cry.
So
You're my
scared you
friend,
were going to
Volney.
bite her.
You're my friend.
And you are mine.
It does not matter that you've changed. Not at all. And for now, see you later. This is not goodbye.
Thank you. I do have this bone chip, and I know that I know that there was something mentioned about bones or something other. Is there a way to see it? What they had?
I don't know. But I will find out. And keep in touch with Gazzy. I'm sure she'll understand your new look. And she's kind too. Okay? You will not be alone while I'm gone.
Thank you.
These woods are beautiful.
And so are you.
Are you okay?
I wish I could have helped him.
We all do. I do. But sometimes you can't. And that is life. But we will do what we can to help him now. That's my goal. Okay?
Yes.
I love you, Volney.
And I love you all.
Then, until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
A few days later, Volney, you hear knocking from somewhere. But it seems like it would be very hard to climb to that place, climb down to it. Wherever that knocking is coming from.
I'm going.
How are you getting there?
I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out.
It's not like that. You can hear it. It's in the woods. You're in the woods. And you know you can fly.
I'm going to find it.
And you find yourself circling over the churchyard that you used to maintain. And there are other birds flying around you, and you go down when you see there's a figure sitting under the tree that was the favorite one there. And when you land on one of the tombstones, you see William sitting under the tree, and William, you see a crow sitting across from you that you kind of recognize. And as you sit, you feel seasons go by. Crows come to and fro throughout the time, in the winter, the summer, spring and fall, and only one crow seems to always return. And I think this is a good place for us to end right at midnight on Slaunchwise to the Mountain. I want to thank everyone who came in chat, who played in the game. It was an amazing experience for me. I feel like this group is just spectacular from top to bottom. Everybody was amazing. Thank you all. I will be starting a new one tomorrow night. I hope you join me with that group. That group is going to be fun too. But this is the first one I had an experience of working with, and I'm just head over heels with it.
Great game, Scott.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
To quote my favorite thing said after a campaign, let's do it again.
Mm-hmm.
We can find
Let's
time
do
again.
this again sometime.
Different world, different place.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's just start at the beginning and do it again.
No.
That was great. I'll do it again.
Oh yeah, I'll do it again.
Have a good night,
Oh,
everybody.
man.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night,
See you
everybody.
again. Bye.
Burning rock, crackle smoke out of the mountain's mouth, hollowed by a cut, by a slash, by a fiery blow. Running through the valley like it's running through my veins, while red-eyed crows keep watch underneath the blood-red moon. My slunch-wide soul cries out to rise up against the tide of dusty songs cut hard from the dark mountain stone. Cut hard from the dark mountain stone. Cut hard from the dark mountain